everyone and welcome back to Chanakya Online Companion. Today's topic of discussion is articles. This topic is divided into two parts. The first one is about the use of articles and the second one is about the omission of articles. So what are articles? Basically, these are the demonstrative adjectives. These can be classified into two parts: indefinite articles and definite articles. These actually demonstrate what the noun is about. Means that these give more meaning to the noun. First of all, we will discuss where to use the indefinite articles. Indefinite articles are a and n. So these have dissimilar functions. First of all, if the word begins with any consonant letter like boy, girl, then you are going to use a boy, a girl. Second thing, if the word begins with a vowel, but when it's pronounced, it seems like it's consonant, then you are going to use a with it. For example, European. Here, the word is beginning with E, but when you pronounce it, it seems as if it's beginning with Y-O-U. Therefore, you will use a here. Next example can be university, united, and many more. Now, what is the use of n? The use of n is in the same way, but there is a bit difference. Exactly opposite to this. N is used when the words begin with a vowel letter. For example, elephant, enemy, apple. So with these, you are going to use n. There may be some words that begin with consonant, but when you pronounce it, it seems like that it is vowel. For example, honest, r, air, and so on. So these actually begin with h, but it's pronounced O-U-R, R, right? Note that you should always keep in mind that whenever you see the noun and you are supposed to use any indefinite article before that, then you should see whether the noun is countable or not and whether it is singular or not. A or n should always be used before a singular countable noun. Certain rules based on the usage of indefinite articles. Rule number 1. When the noun gives a sense of one, like a word, a fruit. For example, a bird in hand is worth than two in the bushes. Rule number 2. When the noun gives a sense of certain, like a Kishore Kumar, a Mr. Gupta. A sentence for this may be, a Mr. John has applied for this job. Rule number 3. When the noun gives a meaning of each. For example, I read at least one book a month. Here, a month demonstrates that each month I read a book. Rule number 4. When the noun names any kind of occupation, like an astronaut, an engineer. For example, my mother is a doctor. Rule number 5. Indefinite articles are also used with collective nouns. For example, a bunch of sticks. A sentence for this may be, a heap of sheep is grazing. Now let's discuss the definite article. The definite article is the word the. It simply refers to anything which is definite. Now let's see the rules for using the definite article the. Rule number 1. Whenever the noun is referred to anything in particular. For example, let's play in the park. The boy who apologized to you was my brother. Next rule, whenever the noun is proper. For example, the Ganga, the Sahara Desert, the West Indies are really good at cricket. Now we can even refer to people like the Mr. Jain was appointed at this time. Rule number 3. when the noun is singular and it is representing a whole class, like the cow. The cow is a useful animal. The poor should be helped. Rule number 4. When the noun is the name of any certain book, like the Ramayana, the Mahabharata. Rule number 5. Whenever the noun refers to any unique thing, like the sun, the earth. For example, the earth is the only planet which sustains life. The next rule is rule number 6. With superlatives, the word the is used. For example, the sun is the brightest star in the solar system. Rule number 7. With ordinals, like he is the first man to reach the station at this time. Rule number 8. Whenever the noun is the name of any musical instrument. For example, the guitar. She plays the piano very well. He plays the flute so sweetly. Rule number 9. As an adverb with comparisons. For example, the more the merrier. Hopefully this video may be useful to you. Make sure you watch the second part of the video to understand articles even better. Thank you so much for watching the video.